two words come to mind when I think of Supamoto's mission. That is planet at large and the people that live in it. So the mission for Supamoto is to see and find and accelerate solutions that mitigate climate change. For us to achieve this, of course, it's a global thing, right?
I feel very strongly that there is a huge untapped potential for companies like ourselves, but many others working in the off-grid space to get paid for all the impact that we are generating. It's of course climate change mitigation, but particularly carbon, because there is a market for that. And we've engaged with a company called IXO to develop a carbon credit app. And it is essentially a digital MRV, essentially taking the data and verifying it without human intervention, but with robust systems. So the way we have worked with this solution is that we create a digital twin of the cooking stove. So our cooking stoves most of them are connected to internet through a SIM card. And when the stove is used and/or when pellets are purchased, that data is sent to the blockchain. It's verified through the digital MRV, through the data.
So what we are trying to do is now IXO is providing us with this digital MRV that allows us also to some level, to a big level, to measure emissions data, report on those data, and also data verification, which is pretty much what MRV is.
We're actually quite impressed with Supamoto's initiative. Through PaygOps, our role in it is very much to provide them with the tools so that they can efficiently manage their cookstove distribution.
The product Supamoto is selling via PaygOps. We have cookstoves that are PaygO-enabled. So we use the PaygO platform to track customer data, and so this customer data involves their locations, their names, the products that they have been assigned to, and all that information. The stoves generate information. This information has data points on cooking sessions. So these cooking sessions are then passed on to IXO to be verified and to be stamped on the blockchain. So once this is done, the cooking sessions are sort of converted into transactions that are visible for everyone on the blockchain, which is then translated into carbon credits.
The way it's designed is that we're basing it on the gold standard measured and metered methodology, which is based on determining how much the stove is actually used, either by showing or proving how much fuel the stove purchased, how much was sold to the owner of the stove, or in our case both, also how much the stove is used through the connection to internet. But that is what then forms the basis for the carbon credit. And it's essentially mirroring how the gold standard methodology for measured and metered devices work. And the only difference is that the verification happens almost instantly.
How the end user benefits from this is through what's called carbon financing. So we have a mechanism where an individual who doesn't use the stove and wants to offset the carbon footprint can purchase a stove, which translates into a customer getting a stove for free. So then the data visualization comes in where a nifty owner, once they buy a digital twin of an actual stove, they are able to see what the stove is doing.
Now, if you look at what we have or what we are doing with the innovation that IXO and Supamoto has with the Nifties, is that it will allow us to access finances almost instantly, because we are selling these Nifties and the money is, I think, accessed almost instantly.
I think in this day and age, any company needs to look at advantages of digitizing, of automating, and even potentially of AI potentials into the future. For us, it's a critical way in which we can optimize our time, we can become more efficient, and I think any modern company needs to be able to look at the apps and softwares and various tools that are available and use them to our advantage.
So we are in a very steep growth phase now, and we will need all hands on our operations to produce pellets, to deliver pellets, to distribute, find new customers. We have a lot of people waiting and wanting, but to onboard them. And we need the systems to continue to work really well. And we know that Solaris has a robust system that can scale because that's important. We don't want things to not scale. So we have full trust in the scalability of the system. There is a lot of friction in the current system. To access carbon credits, particularly for SMEs, it takes a lot, and many don't have that access. It's undemocratic at the moment. So what we want to do is also, through our example and our partnership with Solaris, PaygOps and with IXO, to help remove that friction. So it should be democratically accessible.
Initiatives like the one of Supamoto are quite essential to democratize access to carbon credit because they contribute to lower, if not to break down completely, barriers of entry for several stakeholders. At PaygOps, we are committed to support these innovative mechanisms by ensuring scalability and adaptability to drive impactful change.
Super!